ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, Hare Krishna, thank you for coming, and we'll start our today's discussion. Let me just open the slide deck. Hare Krishna. So today we are talking about the legend of Shri Ram. जिसका मतलब है the glories of Lord Shri Ram, particularly. Oops, what happened? Excuse me. One second, I just got logged out of the network. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Anyways. So as long as the network is working, it's fine. Somehow the message came that I got logged out. Okay, so legend of Shri Ram, matlab, the glories of Lord Shri Ram all over the world. What's the history? So we'll be saying, looking into that aspect about how Ramayana was accepted in different cultures and different parts of the world. So आज हम उसके ऊपर चर्चा करेंगे. उससे पहले, when we go into this, we'll discuss about one story. ये story हम पहले discuss कर चुके हैं, I believe आप लोग के संग, or maybe with the seniors, with your parents. But ये story अगर आप लोग को याद होगी तो ये story वो है जब Lord Shiva और सती अगस्त्य मुनि के आश्रम में जाते हैं और शिव जी अगस्त्य मुनि से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि मुझे भगवान राम के बारे में सुनना है. तो अगस्त्य मुनि उस समय शिव जी और सती को रामायण सुनाते हैं और राम कथा सुनने के बाद भगवान शिव अत्यंत प्रसन्न होकर वहां से वापस अपने कैलाश की तरफ वापस लौट रहे होते हैं. उस समय शिवजी जी को भगवान राम के दर्शन होते हैं जंगल में और शिवजी जी वहीं रास्ते में रुककर दूर से ही भगवान राम को प्रणाम करते हैं. तो जब मां सती शिवजी जी को प्रणाम करते हुए देखती हैं तो थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो जाती हैं. उनको समझ नहीं आता कि शिवजी जो इतने महान है, जिनके सामने सभी देवता लोग प्रणाम करते हैं, वो शिवजी जी एक मामूली से पुरुष मनुष्य के सामने प्रणाम कर रहे हैं. तो उस समय स्थिति क्या थी? माँ सीता और मदर सीता हैड ऑलरेडी बीन किडनैप्ड. सो भगवान राम और लक्ष्मण जंगल में अलग अलग जगह भटक कर माँ सीता की खोज कर रहे थे. तो उस समय भगवान राम वाज क्राइंग एंड ही वाज वेलिंग, सीता सीता तुम कहाँ हो? तो जब सती ने ये सीन देखा तो उनको थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हुआ, उनका सिर चकराया, उनको समझ नहीं आया कि ये कैसे भगवान हो सकते हैं. तो सबसे पहली चीज जो बताई जाती है कि भगवान शिव जी राम जी से मिलने क्यों नहीं गए. Why did Lord Shiva did not go and met Lord Ram? कारण ये है क्यों मिलने नहीं गए. अगर शिव जी राम से मिलने जाते और उनके उस मिलाप को देखकर क्या पता सती के मन में से ये संदेह निकल जाता. So why did Lord Shiva did not go to meet Lord Ram? कारण यही था क्योंकि जब रावण ने ब्रह्मा से वरदान मांगे थे, उसने सबसे विजय रहने की प्रार्थना करी थी कि मुझे कोई भी गंधर्वा, देवता, राक्षसा, अन्य प्रकार के सभी कोई भी मुझे हरा ना पाए, कोई भी मुझे मार ना पाए. परंतु उसने मनुष्य योनि को छोड़ दिया था रावण ने सोचा था मनुष्य योनि तो इतना तुच्छ है, इतना शक्तिहीन है, दे कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग फॉर मी। तो इसीलिए भगवान विष्णु जब सभी देवी देवता विष्णु से प्रार्थना करने गए थे, so Lord had taken a form of he had incarnated in the form of a human। तो भगवान शिव जी अगर राम से मिलते जाकर, तो शिव जी को चिंता थी ऐसा ना हो भगवान राम का जो सच्चाई है वो राक्षसों को पता चल जाए कि लॉर्ड राम इज नन अदर देन द सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉडहेड। तो अगर ये पता चल गया तो सारे राक्षस लोग सतर्क हो जाएंगे, एंड द पर्पस फॉर व्हिच लॉर्ड राम हैज डिसेंडेड विल नॉट बी फुलफिल्ड। इसलिए भगवान शिव ने पेड़ के पीछे से खड़े होकर भगवान राम को प्रणाम करा, पर सती बड़ी परेशान हो गई, सती को समझ नहीं आया और सती के मन में दो संदेह आए। She got two doubts in her mind and she was very confused। सबसे पहला उनके मन में डाउट आया कि एक मनुष्य कैसे भगवान हो सकता है? How can a simple a human being can be a supreme personality of God? It doesn't make sense। Why? Because if he wants, अगर भगवान को यहाँ धरती पे आना था, रावण का वध करना था, why does Lord need to come down? Because Lord is Swarat, he's Abhigna। Swarat means fully independent, Abhigna means fully cognizant। Lord can use any of his energies to kill Ravana। Why did Lord Ram have to come and that to take a form of a human? So Mother Sati was confused। And the second confusion she had, अगर वो भगवान है, तो how come his consort, which must be Mother Lakshmi, can get kidnapped by a Ravana? How can a consort of Lord can get kidnapped? It is just not possible. If a consort of Lord can get kidnapped, then what to speak about anything else? So Sati was really confused. And these kind of two questions really worry or really confuse many people also in general। इसी प्रकार के जो दो प्रश्न हैं और जो संदेह हैं, केवल सती के मन में नहीं थे, उसी प्रकार काफी लोगों के मन में रहता है कि भगवान, अगर भगवान सर्वश्रेष्ठ हैं तो उन्हें मनुष्य का रूप लेने की क्या आवश्यकता है? और दूसरा, अगर भगवान थे तो उनकी पत्नी मतलब लक्ष्मी का किडनैपिंग कैसे हो सकता है? So let's answer these two questions beforehand। उसके बाद we'll go into the legend of Shri Ram। तो first question is, भगवान राम इस धरती पे क्यों अवतरित हुए? He could have killed Ravana with his energy। तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण भगवद गीता में उसका जवाब देते हैं। These are the two classic verses from Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 7th verse and 8th verse। All of you can recite along with me। यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानां धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण भगवद गीता के इन दो श्लोक में बताते हैं कि वो क्यों अवतरित होते हैं। Why does he descend? First, जब भी अधर्म, यदा यदा ही धर्म से, जब भी धर्म का हानि होता है और अधर्म में बढ़ावा होता है, when irreligion is increasing and religion is becoming diminished, and that's the time tadatmanam srajami, at that point of time Lord appears। Second, paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the devotees, vinashaya cha dushkritam, and to annihilate the demons and to establish dharma, Lord appears sambhavami yuga yuga। In every yuga Lord appears in different incarnation। अगर आप इन दोनों श्लोकों को देखोगे तो भगवान ने कहा है मैं अवतरित होता हूँ, और भगवान ने कहीं ऐसा नहीं कहा कि मैं किसी पर्टिकुलर रूप में अवतरित होता हूँ। इसका मतलब ये है, समय देश काल पात्र समय के अनुसार जिस प्रकार की आवश्यकता होती है उस प्रकार के रूप में भगवान आते हैं। अगर भगवान को मनुष्य का रूप लेना होता है तो भगवान मनुष्य के रूप में आते हैं। अगर भगवान को मछली का रूप लेना होता है तो भगवान मछली के रूप में आते हैं, मत्स्य अवतार के रूप में आते हैं। भगवान को अगर टॉर्टोइस का रूप लेना हो तो भगवान कुर्म अवतार के रूप में आते हैं। हाफ मैन हाफ लाइन का रूप लेना हो तो भगवान नरसिंहदेव के रूप में आते हैं। इस प्रकार से भगवान अलग अलग रूप में आते हैं। When there was a need for Lord to take an incarnation of boar incarnation, which means Vara incarnation, Lord appeared in that form also। So Lord, being Swarat, means fully independent, can come in any form, any shape। So सती का जो प्रश्न था कि भगवान को खुद आने की क्या आवश्यकता है, भगवान श्री कृष्ण खुद ही गीता में बताते हैं वो क्यों आते हैं, और क्यों आते हैं साथ साथ वो किसी भी रूप में आ सकते हैं। So that's the first question। Now the second question that Sati had, अरे ठीक है, माना अगर वो भगवान थे, now we have discussed, yes, he is supreme Lord। अगर वो भगवान थे So how come his wife, his consort, who is none other than Lakshmi, how can Lakshmi can get kidnapped? Which is a valid question. ये प्रश्न काफी बार पूछा जाता है कि भगवान थे तो भगवान की पत्नी उनकी कॉन्सर्ट को किडनैपिंग उनको कैसे कोई किडनैप कर सकता है? Now Sati was thinking, now Mother Lakshmi herself is so powerful. If she wanted, she could have killed Ravana. And it's a very, very valid question. उसके लिए मैं आपको एक छोटी सी स्टोरी सुनाना चाहूँगा चैतन्य महाप्रभु के समय से. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By the way, maybe very soon we'll be finishing Ramayana. How many of you would like if we start Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, Chaitanya Leela, and we discuss about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? If you would like to, have this subject matter to be discussed about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please type in the chat box yes. So, 1 second, please. This browser is coming again and again. Let me just close it. It will not turn up. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, South Indian yatra pe gaye hue the. He was traveling in South India. At that point of time, he came to a place called as Madurai. जब वो मदुराई में पहुंचे, वहां पे वो एक ब्राह्मण से जाके मिलते हैं जिनका नाम था रामदास विप्रा. I hope all of you are fine with my language because somebody asked me to speak in Hindi, so I'm speaking Hindi. Okay, so I hope all of you can understand Hindi well. So रामदास विप्रा नाम का एक ब्राह्मण था जिनका चैतन्य महाप्रभु से साउथ इंडिया मदुराई में मिलना हुआ. और वो रामदास विप्रा बहुत ही सच्चे a very simple and very devoted person. He was a great devotee of Lord Ram. तो रामदास विप्रा चैतन्य महाप्रभु से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि प्रभु आप आए हैं, आप कृपा करके मेरे घर पे आके भोजन दीजिए. तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु accepted the invitation. चैतन्य महाप्रभु उनके घर पहुंचते हैं और प्रसाद देने से पहले चैतन्य महाप्रभु decided that he'll go and take a bath in the river. चैतन्य महाप्रभु स्नान करने के लिए जाते हैं, जैसे ही वापस आते हैं चैतन्य महाप्रभु was surprised. रामदास विप्रा had not cooked anything. रामदास विप्रा बड़े ही मासूम, बड़े ही खामोश, बड़े ही उदासीन सिचुएशन में बैठे हुए हैं. तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु asked, हे रामदास विप्रा, what happened? आपने मुझे लंच के लिए बुलाया पर आपने तो कुछ भी कुकिंग नहीं करी, क्या कारण है? So Ramdas Vipra said, my dear lords, how can I cook? My dear mother Sita has been kidnapped by Ravana. Since the time I have read this particular incident, I have lost any inspiration to live. मेरे अंदर कोई इच्छा नहीं है जीवित रहने की, खाना बनाना या कुछ करना मेरे लिए कोई इच्छा नहीं रह गई है. मैं अपने प्राण त्यागना चाहता हूँ because I cannot understand how the consort of Lord Ram can be kidnapped by Ravana. This is such a bad news that I cannot hear. I don't want. So उस समय चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने रामदास विप्रा को समझाने का प्रयत्न करा. रामदास विप्रा को बताया कि कैसे जो सीता थी वो मायावी सीता थी, illusory Sita that Ravana had kidnapped. So somehow our Ramdas Vipra got pacified because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had said, but he was still not content. He was still not satisfied. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ke samjhane se Ramdas Vipra got pacified, and then he asked, then he cooked for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Wahan se Chaitanya Mahaprabhu apna prashad leke, then he went further south and he came to Trivandrum, I believe somewhere in South India, जहाँ पे उन्होंने कुर्मा पुराण में से माँ सीता के अपहरण की कहानी सुनी. और उस कुर्मा पुराण में माँ सीता के अपहरण की कहानी बताई गई है. And what was that story? Just quick second. What is so much chat going on here? Hare Krishna. So, all right. Can you all will discuss Mahabharata and whatnot? I will take this question later on. Can you all just stop typing your message in chat box? We will take that input again. All right. Okay. So no more chats now. No more typing of messages. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hearing to the description जो कुर्मा पुराण में given था about the kidnapping of Mother Sita. उसमें बताया गया था कि कैसे एक समय रावण, when he was flying in the sky, he saw an ascetic woman. She was performing tapasya in the forest. So Ravan अपने plane से नीचे उतर कर आता है, and he wanted to get married to this Vedvati because this ascetic woman was very attractive to Ravana. और रावण की आदत क्या थी? जो भी चीज उसको अच्छी लगती थी, वो जैसे तैसे करके उस चीज को उठा लेता था. He will make sure that that thing becomes his. So उस स्त्री का नाम था वेदवती. उस रावण ने उस वेदवती से पूछा, हे वेदवती, हे स्त्री, आप कौन हो? आप जंगल में क्यों तपस्या कर रहे हो? तो तो स्त्री ने बताया कि मेरा नाम वेदवती है, मैं ऐसे ऐसे ब्राह्मण की पुत्री हूँ, ऋषि की पुत्री हूँ, मैं यहाँ पे तपस्या कर रही हूँ, विष्णु से विष्णु से शादी की इच्छा है मेरे मन में, और मैं चाहती हूँ कि विष्णु मेरे he becomes my consort or my husband, so that's the reason I'm performing austerity. तो रावण जैसे ही विष्णु का नाम सुनता है तो बहुत क्रोधित हो जाता है। रावण कहता है, हे वेदवती, मैं तुम्हारे से शादी करने की इच्छा रखता हूँ, and I want you to get married to me. And Vedvati said, no, that's not possible, Ravana. In this life, I've already decided that if I get married, I'll get married to Vishnu. And Ravana's situation was, if the other person does not agree, then he would force. So he caught hold of Vedvati's hair. And when he got hold of Vedvati's hair, Vedvati, by her mystic power, she cut off her hairs, and she went back. And then she cursed Ravana. And she said, Ravana, because you have touched me, or uske karan you have made my body impure, I will kill myself, but I curse you. I will become the cause of your death. And that time she invoked the fire element within her body, and she was engulfed in the fire. And यही वो वेदवती है, जब रावण सीता के पास आए थे, तो Mother Sita wasn't there. It was Vedvati who had come in the form of Sita, and Ravana had kidnapped Vedvati. And this Vedvati was the one who was living in Ravana's palace or Ashok Vatika for all that time. So जब चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने कुर्मा पुराण में बताया हुआ वर्णन सुना, तो when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was returning back, he again went back to Madurai, and he described this whole incident to that Brahman. And Brahman, after understanding this description from the literature Kurma Puran, he became so pacified that he prepared a nice, delicious feast. And this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered this question. In other words, so माँ सीता का प्रश्न, माँ सती का प्रश्न था कि अगर भगवान राम ही विष्णु है या सर्वश्रेष्ठ हैं, तो उनकी पत्नी जिनको लक्ष्मी होना चाहिए, how can she get that? And the idea is, it was not Sita, it was Vedvati. So with that as a background, we have answered these two questions, जो प्रमुख रूप से काफी लोग के मन में रहते हैं. We will proceed ahead now with the topic of legend of Ram. How Ramayana or Ram Katha is found or adapted in different cultures and traditions around the world. We'll take example of 2-3 cases today, and we'll continue this discussion tomorrow also. So legend of Sri Ram, Ramayana in other countries outside Bharatvarsha. आपको उससे पहले थोड़ा सा मैं एक हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट बताना चाहता हूँ. अप टू द्वापर युग, अभी ये कलयुग चल रहा है, कलयुग से पहले द्वापर युग तक पूरे संसार, पूरे भारत को और इस पूरे प्लैनेट अर्थ को भारतवर्ष के नाम से जाना जाता था. In other words, there was only one country, and that was Bharat, and the capital of that country was Hastinapur. So until Dwapar Yuga, that was the situation. So similarly, at the time of Lord Ram, when he was the king of Ayodhya, he was not the king of Ayodhya, he was the king of the whole land of Bharat. So it's an obvious thing कि द्वापर युग तक अगर सारे देश अगर भारत कहलाया जाता था, वैदिक संस्कृति का पालन होता था, इसका मतलब उस वैदिक संस्कृति के कुछ अंश, उस वैदिक संस्कृति के में बने हुए उसके कल्चर, उसमें टेम्पल्स आज भी मिलने चाहिए. And yes, there are many evidences of that. And इसीलिए मैं आप लोगों से सब्जेक्ट मैटर की चर्चा कर रहा हूँ. So the story of the Ramayana had been told innumerable times in different parts of the world, which led to the emergence of various versions of local Ramayanas. So Ramayana has been told many times in different cultures, and according to different time, place, and circumstance, there are little bit differences. However, the characters are same. Lord Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead. His consort Mother Sita is a supreme goddess. Hanuman, Lakshman, they all are same. However, there are little bit changes in the details. That's all, nothing much. So let's take a look at some of the examples of Ramayana being practiced in different traditions and cultures. Let's begin our today's discussion with Southeast Asian countries. And the first country we'll name is Thailand. It's very interesting about Thailand. Let me just share the slide only, then you'll get it. Thailand में जो रामायण है, that is called by the name of Ramakien. Ramakien, maybe this is how we pronounce it. So, which is also the national book of Thailand. Thailand का national book क्या है? It is Ramakien, which is nothing but Ramayana called as Ramakin in Thailand. And the capital, जब Thailand का formation होता, when Thailand was formed in this particular Kali Yuga, उसका मैं आगे बताऊंगा details when Thailand came into existence. Prior to Thailand, it was Angkor Wat, which was still has the biggest Hindu temple. We'll be talking about Angkor Wat also a little ahead. So when Thailand was founded as a country, उसकी capital का नाम था Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya क्या? It was named after Lord Shri Ram's capital, Ayodhya. This all information is available in British Library. It's an online forum, जहाँ से मैंने ये सारी information निकाली हैं. And others, you can also Google it out about it. Very interesting details. Generally, regular people don't know about this thing, but that's the thing. So the capital of Thailand was Ayutthaya, which was named after Rama's capital, Ayodhya. And another interesting thing, before now the democracy and all that has come, as all of you might be aware, पहले राजाओं का रूल हुआ करता था. There used to be kings. तो उस समय जब राजा हुआ करते थे, सब राजाओं का नाम थाईलैंड में would either start with Rama or would end with Rama, like Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 3, like that. And the kings of Thailand consider themselves as the descendants of Sri Rama. यहाँ तक कि जो last ruling dynasty थी थाईलैंड की, they called themselves by the dynasty name of Rama or Ram. And very interesting thing, Thailand was not known as Thailand until 1939. 1939 से पहले थाईलैंड का नाम था Siam. What is Siam? Siam is actually a Sanskrit word, जो संस्कृत में श्यामा नाम से आता है. Shama means dark complexion. Who is Shama? In our Vedic tradition, who is known by the name Shama? Anyone knows the answer? Please type in. Yes, that's Krishna. So Shama Sundar. So earlier, the name of Thailand, the country's name was not Thailand, it was Siam. Thailand ka matlab hota hai freedom, that came later on because of some freedom movement and so forth. And there are many, many evidences about Thailand means, like streets are named also like Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 3, like that. There are many things like that. The story of Ramayana is very popular in Thailand. In early centuries, Christ ke aane se pehle, many kings had the name of Rama, just I just told you. The names would be like Rama 1, Rama 2, Rama 3, and Chai Rama. Chai Rama, not T Rama, but Chai would be the first name and Rama would be the last name. And some names like Yofta Rama. Now Yofta, I'm saying Yofta, not Kofta Rama, okay? Kofta ki baat nahi kar raha hu. It's Yofta. Like that, they used to have their names. Simultaneously in Thailand, even up to today, there are various dramatic versions of Ramayana, and dance based upon Ramayana are organized. It's a very, very famous cultural event that happens every year in Thailand and many of the Southeast Asian countries. Like that, Ramayana is still a part of everyone's life in Thailand. However, the situation has changed much now, but earlier, even the country Thailand was known by the name of Siam, and the capital of it was after the capital of Lord Ram's Ayodhya. So that's about Thailand. Let's take a look with the given time we have. Yes, we can take one or two more cases. Let's talk about Burma. Burma as a country, how Ramayana tradition is practiced there, what was the history of it. So Burma ke andar, Ramayana is known by the name of Yamayana. Yamayana. I have given you the reference at the bottom, jahan se maine ye sari information nikali hai. It's from the British Library. There are a lot of digitized manuscripts, jiske andar ye sari information given hai. So Ramayana in Burma is called by the name of Yamayana. And this Yamayana is also not officially, but unofficially, the national book of Burma. Just like, the Ramakin is the national book in Thailand. It is also called as Yama Jetdom. This is just for your information. And Burma mein Rama ko Yama ke naam se bulaya jata hai, isliye Ramayana is called as Yamayana. And there are many, many beautiful paintings which are drawn in Burma, which I will show to all of you now. And I want you to figure it out what is happening in this photo. Now this is one photo, so this is not we're going to talk about, but what is happening in this photo is, you can see these are Vanras. They're building the bridge across the ocean and they're crossing over to fight with Ravana. That's the photo. So let's do a little exercise now here. I'm going to show you some interesting photos from the Ramayana, Book of Burma, which describes the pastimes of Lord Ram. What do you see in this photo? This is a photo from this book, Ramayana. What's happening here? Anyone is able to figure out? There is a deer here. And seems like somebody is going behind deer. I hope you all are able to get to see what's happening. Yes, this is a case of Sita Haran. So let me walk you with the scene what is happening. This is the golden deer. This is Mother Sita. Mother Sita sees the deer. And Mother Sita then goes to Lord Ram. This is Lord Ram. And she tells Lord Ram that I want this golden deer. And here is Lakshman. And Mother Sita, because she requested Lord Ram, and Lord Ram is chasing after the deer. And this is the particular drawing there. Okay. This is some just comments here. Ravana in Burmese tradition is called as by the name of Dattagiri. That's his name. He's not called by the name of Ravana. As I said, when the Ramayana was adapted in different traditions, accordingly there were some minor changes. So Ravana there is known by the name of Dattagiri. Similarly, Sita is said to be Thida. It's not Sita. Like that is the details. Let's go to the second picture. So you got idea about two pictures. Let's see who can figure out what's happening in the second picture. Anyone able to see what is happening here now in this second picture? Somebody is asking, can I have the link, Prabhuji, please? Link of what? I am not sure. Maybe you can ask this question at the end. Let's focus here. So I see some of you and most of you are able to figure out that it is Ravana, Marich is getting killed and Ravana is kidnapping Sita. Yes. So let's go from the bottom of the picture here. And what has happened? Ravana had shot an arrow and the golden deer has been killed. And when this deer, which is Marich, is killed, he screamed the name of Lakshman. When the Lakshman's name, Mother Sita, heard the name of Lakshman, you see that she's having her hand up, left hand up, left hand up. So she's pointing to Lakshman here. Lakshman, your Rama's life is in danger. Please go. And you see this boundary? So Lakshman has drawn this boundary requesting Mother Sita not to cross. And that's the time Ravana, here you see up in the picture, comes in the form of a sadhu and is requesting Mother Sita to give him alms. And that is what is happening in this photo. This is not exactly how the photos of Lord Ram are drawn within our culture, but it is a little bit customized according to Burma traditions. And the final photo for all of you to just see and figure out what's happening. What's happening in this scene, in this particular photo? Like that, the whole Ramayana is depicted in beautiful pictures drawn. So I've just taken out a few photos here. Can anyone see what is happening here? Yes, Ravana is actually kidnapping Sita. So here it begins from this side. This is the first scene. So Ravana, in the form of a sadhu, captures Sita, puts her back onto his Pushpak Viman, and then he becomes a 10-headed demon. You can see here. And now the Pushpak Viman is flying up in the sky with Mother Sita being kidnapped. At the bottom left, you see Lakshman reaching to Lord Ram, and he finds Lord Ram is completely hale and healthy. Then both the princes run back to the place where Mother Sita was there, and they found Mother Sita is kidnapped. And this is from the Burmese version of Ramayana, which is called as by the name of Ramayana. So this is about Ramayana being depicted and adapted in Burmese tradition. Let's take one more country, and we'll make it the last country for today. There are only a few minutes remaining. And this is a very, very special place known as Cambodia. So I have written a comment here. Angkor Wat. Earlier, there was no Cambodia. Around Angkor Wat, there are many other smaller countries, but none of those countries existed. Earlier, it was Angkor Wat, a huge island where the world's biggest Vedic temple was existing outside of India. जो present day आज India हम जानते हैं, उस India के बाहर अगर कहीं सबसे बड़ा Vedic temple था, that was in Angkor Wat, and this is the photo of that Angkor Wat. So Angkor Wat was built at the zenith of Cambodian Empire in 1150. It was a temple of Lord Vishnu. Can you imagine outside of Bharat, outside of somewhere else in the the what do you call the southeastern countries, there was a temple of Lord Vishnu, and Angkor was the capital of Cambodia's great empire at that point of time. This Angkor Wat was the world's largest Hindu complex, and it remained into existence for a long, long time until the Angkor Wat, the ruler of Angkor Wat, who was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, was defeated. There was a change of a ruler and so forth. And that's the time the king of Angkor Wat, they left that place and they moved to a place called as Thailand. And that's the time Thailand came into existence. In Cambodia, that where Angkor Wat comes, there is also a version of Ramayana adapted into that tradition, which is known by the name of Rama Kirti. What is Rama Kirti? This is very simple, you can understand. Rama means Lord Ram, and Kirti means the glory of Lord Ram. And this is the picture of their textbook, or not the text, the Ramayana version, the Reamkar or the Ram Kirti, which is called as. Now, what had happened now, if you go to the Cambodian country, is primarily a Buddhist nation. When the ruler, who was a worshipper of practitioner of Vedic tradition, when he was defeated, the next set of rulers who came, they accepted Buddhism. So primarily, if you go to that part of the country, the prominent religion today is Buddhism. So even though it is Buddhism, so they have adapted the Ramayana according to the Buddhist faith, and still Ramayana is very, very famous in that country. The name means glory of Rama. It adapts the Hindu ideas to Buddhist themes and shows the balance of good and evil in the world. Like that, there are so many examples which we'll continue to present to all of you in future sessions, where how Ramayana, the glory of Lord Ram, was practiced and discussed in different parts of the world. Why was it practiced and discussed? As I said, up to Dwapar Yuga, the whole planet Earth was called as Bharatvarsha. There was only one country, that is Bharatvarsha, and the ruler and the capital of that Bharatvarsha was in the current present India. तो इसलिए जो रामायण का कल्चर था या महाभारत की जो कथाएं हैं वो सब जगह फैली हुई थी. And all over the world there were Vishnu temples. इससे पहले हम last week I believe we had already done a session जहाँ पे मैंने आप लोगों को evidences दिए थे of ancient Vishnu temples being found all over the world. I hope you remember. I had shared the PPT also with all of you. So like this, Ramayana is adapted in Indonesia, in Russia, in China, in Japan, and Europe. All that discussion we'll do tomorrow. We'll pause here for today's discussion about the legend of Lord Ram. We'll continue the discussion of legend of Ram tomorrow. And along with that, today I discussed one of the controversy in the beginning. And that controversy that we discussed is that people have a doubt. क्या भगवान मनुष्य के रूप में आते हैं? क्या उनको कोई आवश्यकता है? और अगर भगवान राम सही में भगवान है, तो how come the consort of Lord Ram could ever get kidnapped? So that generally is a confusion people have. So we address that. Similarly, when tomorrow we begin our discussion, I will take another controversy from Ramayana. We'll discuss that controversy, and then we'll continue to legend of Lord Ram. And like that, we'll proceed for next few sessions. And after this, when we complete Ramayana, so now you can vote. Would you like me to discuss Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela from his childhood pastimes up to he taking sannyas? Or I see some of you writing, you want me to discuss Mahabharata? So be it, we can discuss Mahabharata. Or else we can discuss both. Couple of days Chaitanya Leela and couple of days Mahabharata. So I'm fine for that. So I thank you all for attending today's session. We'll continue tomorrow. So we'll stop here and you can give me your feedback. What would you like us to do next week onward when we finish Ramayana? Hare Krishna. So I'll pass on the rights to Vishwakiran Prabhu.